Assessing today's complex global challenges requires new forms of individual and collective leadership.
A major tool used in the science leadership program that I attended is the collective leadership model, which is adapted from the Future Earth leadership program at Stanford University. And what the collective leadership model helps you appreciate is that as an individual, it's impossible to tackle the complex challenges that we face, either as a global community or even at our local levels.
Collective leadership is about building relationship. It is about understanding team members that we work with. Each person has a unique and diverse blend of leadership qualities. Therefore, in collective leadership, we want to recognize these qualities, celebrate these qualities, and nurture it in order to bring out the best in everyone.
In the GYA, you're going to meet people who come from diverse fields and diverse cultural backgrounds. And collective leadership gives us a set of skills to talk across disciplinary boundaries, to be inviting of diverse perspectives, and to recognize and to give space for different opinions. And also to be a little bit more humble about our own. So really, it's a skill set that allows us to become interdisciplinary diplomats and to mobilize all that rich, valuable energy and knowledge and wisdom in the room and put together some really wonderful, life-changing, world-changing projects.
The collective leadership model gives you the skills to engage with different actors, to reflect on your learnings, to empower others, and to really make sure that you are able to approach a complex issue collectively and lead it collectively.
To me, collective leadership means leading with a purpose and leading with a specific purpose of helping the collective, the community, the team, and not just leading for leadership's sake.
Collective leadership emphasizes shared vision. How people can come together to work together, feel empowered, and achieve a common goal together.
In any entities where bright young scientists get together, whether Global Young Academy, ASEAN Young Scientists Network, or Thai Young Scientists Academy, a mechanism is needed to bring the best out of the diverse group of people. I believe collective leadership is that mechanism.
The framework consists of 6 dimensions that really help to define the behavior of a leader who leads collectively. The 6 dimensions are reflect, which is about assessing challenges and strengths; inquire, which is about gathering multiple perspectives from diverse stakeholders; connect, which is understanding context and amplifying networks; engage, which is creating alignment around goals and directions; strategize, that's developing credible and relevant solutions; and empower, which is inspiring those around you to take action. This collective leadership framework is a blueprint to help scientists and researchers become change agents within and beyond their universities and institutions.
I most frequently use the divergence-convergence approach, where in the first place it's important to get as many views as possible on the board and on the table, and only later evaluate and criticize. So in the first step, it's all about ideas and quantity. And quantity is not a dirty word.
The act of active listening is very important in collective leadership. There is a proverb that says we need to be slow to speak but quick to listen. One of the qualities in collective leadership is to have meaningful engagement via listening to one another.
In the workshop, I really learned that the people are different. Some of them are clarifier, some of them are ideator, and some of them developer, and also we have a group that they are implementer. So if you want to have a successful group and team, you really need to consider the people with different categories.
One of the benefits of this training is that it reminds you that you can shift position within stakeholder meetings or project design discussions. It reminds you that you don't have to just occupy one position within the same discussion. You can change position according to what's happening in the moment. You might be an ideator at one point in the discussion, but then you might be a clarifier in another point of the discussion. And it's important to shift that energy within yourself. You might have to move into the more implementer mindset at a different stage of the discussion. And moving that energy within yourself means that you're able to move the energy within the room. And that means that you avoid things from stagnating and you keep things moving forward.
True and genuine engagement should go hand in hand with humility, having the desire to learn, the desire to seek a common ground.
In our Eastern culture, we place importance on the consensus of the group. However, with traditional leadership where decision is often made by an individual, it has been very difficult to draw out opinions from the group members. Collective leadership, which provides equal chances to all group members, can perfectly fulfill this gap.
Collective leadership is to have a team where everyone is a leader and is well equipped with tools to enable horizontal, inclusive, and creative processes that can lead to the successful achievement of different projects. It's important that in our society and that in science in general, we have leaders that know really how to achieve these processes and achieve different goals in an inclusive manner, considering different perspectives and different points of view.
Scientists can delve really deeply into the most fine-grained details of their own particular projects. But if we want to have projects of global import, then we really need multi-stranded, multidisciplinary approaches that require scientists with the ability to communicate across cultural and scientific and disciplinary boundaries. And being able to suspend your own judgment for a little bit is a really important dimension of that. And having a collective mindset and recognizing the value that different scholars from different disciplines bring to the table is going to enrich scientific endeavors.
What's really special about the Science Leadership Program is it doesn't prescribe a formula for how to be a leader. Instead, it exposes these researchers and scientists to new skills, new ways of thinking to help them become the collaborative leaders of the future, leaders who can lead across disciplines, across borders, and can inspire those around them.
I see the future of science leadership as one that doesn't confine itself to science. Of course, you want science leaders to be relevant for society, and you want science leaders to bridge gaps between science and society. You want leaders who act with scientific integrity, yet produce relevant, pertinent, and important outcomes for society, with society, and deal with questions that society cares about.
We live in an age where data is so abundant that we have more than we can analyze. And we could have scientists all around the world working on that data, but if we don't have effective science leadership, then there will be no translation of that data into more ethical standards of living, into more equitable life worlds, and into a better world, not just for humans, but also for the rest of the planet.